Aha, Pinax TV, you updates be prior de Babamamo and every intelligence some Bejimre na ye de updates and Saka Ghana Haniamon on the Infanina and Ramesomona. Quickly, no, Professor Emeritus Nana Safo Kantanka at Wenya ni baby echo. Ababe and Sembe Breeze. See, I'm not saying that can I watch you here and you know, I was saying it me a baswa. Some newspapers now are more reporting as to say a year na ben was a year starting a year. But see, I'm not saying or more beji a year na year and now almost almost year, you know, a moon now was almost a year, you know, in Yamaka monsa. And almost so almost says I date in the same kind of watch you ye ni beba so pen coma yatete di bi babe mamono echese ye no ebia na watch you ye entimi maso nyina ne se ne mamienu eye akofina ene honorable Sarah Adwoa Safo sisi ameno ka say per the willer ye kokin kan ye e wo court echese wo say ye di emunu ema eye nana Adwoa Safo Kantanka ne ba bema panyi eye akofuna na oye eyie no ne ho entutuye nyina no emunu meka ne nsa na de emunu sisi wo ne nsa eye honorable Sarah Adwoa Safo na she is demanding eye 3.7 million Ghana cedis and son or the emunu ama omo esafata so omo ye according to the will aye kokko kan ye no on your screens. Adwoa Safo allegedly holds father's body hostage, demands 3.7 million before burial, family claims. Enti abusiano ana sesiei omo enso e de ababetu jase pe lawyers honorable Sarah Adwoa Safo ni lawyers and sense omo try e de bre abusiano lawyers ana say Nana Adwoa Safo Kantanka ni lawyer the wom tremu a was say almost 3.7 million Ghana cedis ba ansana ye de mu na ma omo esafata so mu nkonkosie unse daddy lumba de no ade be chiama ya ye no na busu apanyi to parks we demand 2 million Ghana cedis ansana de mu no ama omo the other side no omo aye ye no ene ho totoye nyina na ne nyina ne se oso adi nka boka proud to aye no enti ontimi emfa mu no mamosa akwama ene ma watuatua no emeye ne ka the same situation and the Kantanka family they find themselves in. Say, almost so honorable Sarah Adwoa Safo ni lawyers tremu a year no nenka weekend in a bebaso no almost dinka boka almost 3.7 million Ghana cedis at hodada. And only car or mobile tour, and this was so more release body no edema men can say or more safata as a busia any ninia bema akofina no muye yeni dia 3.7 million Ghana cedis on your screens. Another explosive Kantanka news. The main family of Kantanka, who are authorized by Kantanka's own will to make all the funeral arrangements, says Apostle Kantanka's funeral will not be happening on 30th July, and it's been circulating online by Honorable Adwoa Safo and their people. To Chemu, I said them digadi tuja some media outlets and newspapers do na omo kasa efa ho se eyena ben anempo omo chemu a state funeral. Abra na Nana Adwoa Safo Kantanka tiase ono akasa de tu jase aban o maba kwa nyina obi anu ho obo anu nti ono yo mpe state funeral no omu chemu the reportage any men can say the news that were circulating chemu obenya be fitting state burial na eye so weekend ya na weekend ya da eni na nke eye no beba so. The reason for this decision, Honorable Adwoa Safo is allegedly holding her father's body at ransom. She wants 3.7 million cedis before she will give the body to the family, including akofina for the funeral arrangements as stipulated in Kantanka's own will. For information, Kantanka's will, his final wishes are not being respected at all, and the family wants to make sure the right thing is done. Per hour, the other side, on see abusiano, akwakoye sese be mu achemienu anesa omo honorable Sarah Adwoa Safo side and omo so omo akofina side omo and omo hu ne say they are part of the family or the main family of which the will demands say omo na enye yi no enti omo so side. It is am no ka say eye no said ye na ebobo chrome ebobo billboard so ne ade say 30th 31st ena eye no ebeba so no enya amaso sa said ye abusia no ede nsema ba betu dwan because omo the release aba ye this are release no be kan ede amamo. But then before that no, let's take you through this. Here we are, the lawyers of both parties, both the family and then Honorable Sarah Adwoa Safo, then Nana Adwoa Safo Kantanka ne lawyer And so at December, what transpired between the two of them? But then on your screens are more details into what I've already given to you, even before we go to the conversations between the lawyers. The final burial rites of the late Apostle Professor Emeritus Engineer Adwoa Safo, founder and leader of the Adwoa Safo Mission of Ghana, have been thrown into needless controversy, as his daughter, Honorable Sarah Adwoa Safo, through her lawyers, is demanding a staggering 3,700,000 Ghana cedis as what she terms initial preparation towards the burial, effectively holding her father's mortal remains to ransom. In a perplexing trail of events, Adwoa Safo first wrote to the family lawyer requesting to cooperate and resolve the funeral matters amicably in a letter dated June 4, 2026, stating that a customary law is quite an orderly. To that end, we are respectfully writing to you for a meeting to enable us reach a settlement on this matter. When the family lawyer responded and fixed the meeting, she refused to attend and later falsely published at a press conference that she has finally agreed with the family to hold the burial and funeral ceremony on the 30th and 31st of July 2026. And I say, another 10 of events. And it said, Honorable Sarah Adwoa Safo any ebusuane lawyers no at a point after say court ede rule ni ba ya omo de betu dwa kire mu a omo esafata se ede eye ni mu omo no omo ye no omo eni abobo so ede ache obusua no na akofina ono ne sisi ye mfa bibia nhye ne nsa no onye o kire mu a per what was in the will no was omo ti ase na omo enyina etena sisi nkonwa na omo etoto enema se de be yo behu se de omesi aye aye no because court ede ne nsem ba anaso o kan will no ne se will ni di mu a was omo de respect ema court no nsem o de tudwa will na nkasa enema ewom ena ne papa nkasa se de no person na aye no also omo de ebuo ema no Nemom omu ehye se omu behia no omu agye atum se de omu beye yie ni nyina no omu ehye date we me can say letter from Honorable Sarah Adwoa Safo first camp to akofina ne abusua no camp omu lawyers ho se omu behia no madi nkomo time omu hye date no any baby also omu hia no according to this reportage I make kind bi dia ma no omu lawyers and Honorable Sarah Adwoa Safo lawyers ma mehia wa ma omu. However, according to a close family, it's with that first part I came out on Uchemua. After so man later no omuti say a press conference bi akoso omuchemua abusuane nyina agye atum say 30th and 31st of July eye ne beba so eno ene hwehwe abusuana so. However, according to a close family source, she later sent another letter through her lawyer dated 21st July 2026. Barely 2 weeks to the date, she unilaterally communicated to the general public, expressing a desire to cooperate with the family towards the funeral. That same letter clandestinely contained the demand for 3.7 million. Once again, after the family lawyer responded positively to her own call for cooperation, she refused to grant the meeting. Hours later, false media reports began circulating that the family had agreed to work with her to bury their father together. And another meeting was scheduled. Now, some meeting no letter Dead B0dy, a honey edition was 3.7 million Ghana cedis initial expenses or my year towards the funeral. That means all the initial plans are 1 year ediama a year no be dia busuane nsa se busuane pa they maintain it or pair then they opt for other options. And yes, also these are the arrangements are already made. Sign a no. However, the subsequent reading of the will, an action she herself initiated, vested the custody of the body and the entire funeral arrangements firmly in Adwoa Safo Akufina, the son of the late apostle. Our findings from the family have it that no such agreement has been reached with Adwoa Safo. The demand of 3.7 million before she permits the burial to proceed is outright extortion and a clear attempt to hold the body of Apostle Professor Engineer Adwoa Safo hostage. All initial funeral dates previously published by Adwoa Safo are hereby declared null and void and put on hold indefinitely. The true and lawful custodians of the burial rites, Nana Adwoa Safo Akofina, the Adriana Royal family of Esumenya, will in due course announce new dates and a befitting program that honors the legacy of the founder. The public is urged to disregard any further news. And I say reports about BBR. And see, this is the update. and it's a see, you know, Bushani Chiremua 3.7 million na Honorable Sarah Adwoa Safo say initial expenses are why no omuhu say e was rododo. It is pure extortion and also so a plan say obekipi body no na ono ankasa aye na yie enti abusua no kiremu a omuni ne nko agreement bia say yie no na wotwe awie ye na ebeba so enti se ho ensem eno no na but you got it to anim say letters were flying all over. I mean, we tre now we are tre now we are tre enti ebeko na some of the letters no will take you through what really was in the letter, which confirms some of the reports are de amam we Kwame Jan associates we a letter to Honorable Sarah Adwoa Safo. The letter way free Kantanka family no ho, and as the personal lawyer of Nana Adwoa Safo Kantanka ono ne tre letter we the command Sarah Adwoa Safo ne lawyers. I say the above refers so final funeral rites of the late Apostle Professor Emeritus Adwoa Safo Kantanka. And we need a reply to the initial letter that was sent. Senka omu empe baby no munshia no muninkomo. The above refers, I have brought your letter dated 21st July 2026 with reference KBA YK 1447.26 to my client's attention, and I'm instructed to respond to say, in the hope of honoring the legacy and memory of the Venerable Apostle Adwoa Safo, I am instructed to request that a meeting be convened at a venue agreed by our good selves between your client and mine at 10 Anti-Meridian. This meeting will be convened with the sole aim of discussing and dealing with all matters relating to the burial of the late Apostle Adwoa Safo Kantanka. I venture to hope that this will be the final step in resolving this matter. The time of writing this letter is 9 o'clock post-meridian. Yours faithfully, Professor Kwame Jan, lawyer to the family. And after probably the first one, no, and me and go through na osanso trewe edema ebusiano. Now, what is the reply? Honorable Sarah Adwoa Safo, ne lawyers. So this letter was actually from the family lawyer, and I said, Nana Adwoa Safo Kantanka ne lawyer, Professor Kwame Jan ho, and all the command. Honorable Sarah Adwoa Safo said, "Come on, she meeting for Frobio, and a meeting na kasa omuye so mbeya. First one no, Honorable Sarah Adwoa Safo lawyers amano. Now they are willing say yen san hwe baby a yebesa shia, and you hear the last part now said this. They hope said this will be the final meeting on this particular issue. Let's look at the reply. Almost so Ede Emma, Honorable Sarah Adwoa Safo. And way to Kwame Jan and associates, where Professor Kwame Jan, that's to the attention of Professor Kwame Jan. Dear Leonard Senior, final funeral rites of the late Apostle Professor Emeritus Adwoa Safo Kantanka. Auntie, and now Mudi Shemu say 3.7 million Ghana cedis. I have tried reaching you since Thursday, the 16th of July 2026. It is a good thing that we managed to speak today, 21st of July 2026. I am instructed to respectfully inform you that my client, the Honorable Sarah Adwoa Safo, is willing to cooperate with the family towards the funeral of her late father, the very lamented Apostle Professor Emeritus Adwoa Safo Kantanka. It is, however, important in the interim to bring to your attention that she has, towards the preparation of the funeral, expended 3,700,000 Ghana cedis. I am instructed to respectfully inform you that the details and the supporting documentation concerning the expenditure will be made available to you before the end of the week, the 24th of July 2026. Thank you for your attention to this matter. And I had no children who 3.7 million. In the course of the week, almost any documentations, any invoices, they have spent 3.7 million Ghana cedis. Omode ni nyina ebekonom de akwa ebusia ene ebusia lawyers na omahwem ehunu se ampa esefata se 3.7 million cedis na ebusia na oso mutua edema Honorable Sarah Adwoa Safo ansana omo ense timi aka emu no na omo akwakoye ayie se de se na efata enti eno any update no. But then after when so na ebusia no enso release press release eba ya omo so ekiremu a de ekokoso ni nyina obia montungu ehie ne de weekend yi emma so Name any other and Komobia Wohobiano on media to us. Wait for immediate release 23rd of July 2026. After say on that same day of 21st July and come out across between both parties lawyers and Abusiano 23rd Omonso Eddie way by the family of the late Professor Emeritus Adwoa Safo extends its profound appreciation to the media, sympathizers, friends, and the general public for their outpouring of love, prayers, and support following the passing of our beloved father and patriarch. Following the reading of the late Apostle Professor Emeritus Adwoa Safo Kantanka's will, the family wishes to issue the following clarification in the interest of accuracy and to prevent the spread of misinformation regarding the funeral arrangements. The letter we said about misinformation. Mate mantini ye ne menso mate mantini ye ni nyina omo pese omo clear air na obi ahu niema ekoso. One, omo say the family has announced no official date for the burial and final funeral rites. The family will communicate the approved funeral date and program only after the necessary consultations have been concluded. Abusuanem for a date biya metu twasa ombeye. Yes, there were some billboards in town. ABC N1 neso honom odi free la pass a eko awoshi hono ba kubisi honom na data also 30th 31st. Abusuane chemu a emfiri omo ho. The family has neither authorized nor issued any invitation cards, posters, flyers, social media publications, or other notices relating to the final burial and funeral arrangements, including those bearing the dates of 30th July, 31st July, and 8th August 2026. Omu chemwa, omu fa date bi ankoi, omu fa invitation card bi anso so enkoye. Enti mo amwenye bia muhu mo kenkai bi no emfiri abusuane ho. The family is currently undertaking the necessary consultations to ensure that all funeral arrangements are conducted in accordance with the wishes of the deceased, the family's customs, and the applicable customary and administrative protocols. An official announcement on the funeral program will be made in due course. The family respectfully appeals to the media and the general public to rely solely on official communications issued by the authorized representatives of the family and to refrain from circulating or acting upon unverified information. Thank you, Dr. Philip Sian Kisi, Honorary Family Secretary, Co-Chair, Funeral Committee, the number and the Wohono, Busiapenyi Nyantechi Adomako, Onoso Aya Busiapenyi, Onoso number, and Anaka Kari, family spokesperson. For and on behalf of the family of the late Apostle Professor Emeritus Adwoa Safo Kantanka. And to so another releaser, Abusiano so edi ebaya omo edi ebetudwa. And to say, the next step is still demanding, say, Honorable the lawyer Kwesi Jan, the lawyer of the family, and the Honorable Sarah Adwoa Safo lawyers, Ombeshia. Na omo ano akoben kromu na omo ahwe ehu de also omo ye because the see ameno ka say de the final funeral arrangements and the final funeral rites lies on the family and nana Adwoa Safo akofina ne ba bema no ono ene abusiano ne wo se omo he na omo eye ye nti ono abo Sarah Adwoa Safo only attend say or attend ni papa eye. And that is the update I did. I'm not gonna say the body of the late Professor Emeritus Adwoa Safo Kantanka. Me no say still na abusiano sa enyankan omo behwe na omo atoto niema said say na efata. That is the update I did mamo. And the next course of action said the decade to John Honorable Sarah Adwoa Safo lawyers any abusiano lawyers or some say share na omo hu 30th 31st na speculation say ba say ombe ye no na wotwe awie ye no enya dia ebeba so. More meetings are supposed to be held before dates will be agreed upon by the family any other stakeholders